Oh shit. I'm live. Oh crap. How do I look? Hello everyone. Oh, damn, that sucks. Hello. That's hot in here. Freaking hell, mate. Turns out my favorite YouTubers are pedophiles. Fucking sucks, man. Watched them for years, even when I was growing up. Thank God I never met them while I was growing up. Sheesh. YouTube app looks weird as hell. What the hell is going on here? What the? Oh, it's mobile YouTube. What the hell? Hello, everyone. Story time. Yes. Silence, young handsome man. What is up? How you doing, Sakiv? Love you, bro. Missed you, man. Missed working with you. I just made my first edit ever of Marin Bobby Fischer. That's a nice one, bro. What would you choose, Jägermeister or Russian vodka? Russian vodka all day. Jägermeister is like a dessert. Please, story time. All right, Azure. This one's for you. I've had quite the weekend. I bought a PS5. All right, let's just get started. Let's get started straight into the story. Don't mind the chess. Let's get started straight into the story. On Friday, I went to my friend's house. My friend said, "Hey, come over. Let's play some pool. Let's play some innocent pool and have a pint. We'll play some pool down at the pub." So I head over there. I'm driving over. I'm like, "Hey, actually, are you guys definitely still there?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're there. We're still there. But actually call into his girlfriend's house first, because we're waiting for you here first." So I was like, "Okay, let's go there." As I arrive, I am ambushed by them and by a bunch of children who say, "Can you let us do your makeup?" And I'm like, I can't say no to little children. So they did my makeup. I got my war paint done. Anyways, that was actually kind of a fun night. Obviously, I looked as beautiful as usual. So you guys can just imagine how glamorous I looked. Absolutely astounding job done by everyone, all parties, all around. Anyways, it would look more like war paint in the end. But you know what? They were having fun. Regardless of the fact. I get invited to a event wherein I on Sunday, which was yesterday, an event where we all planned to go and drink some family-friendly beverages, not alcohol, and just go out. I can't remember what the occasion was for, but oh yeah, it was the bank holiday weekend, so that's what the occasion was for. A standard tradition in Ireland. People celebrate bank holidays for some reason. So anyways, on Saturday, I go over to my brother's house, and at my brother's house, he invites me over to play some Black Ops, right? So Black Ops 1 on the PlayStation 3. And essentially, I try to play some throwing knife only games. Fun fact, I'm one of like maybe 3 people on planet Earth who was able to go 30-1 with throwing knives only in a game of Black Ops. I was one of the best in, or not Black Ops, in Modern Warfare 2 and in Black Ops. I was one of the best in the world at one point when I was a youngin'. And I said, you know what, let me put that to the test, see if I still got it. I dropped 15 kills or something in my very first attempt, Tomahawk only Black Ops 1. And everyone in the house was watching. They were like, oh my god, this is so entertaining. You should do this for content. So I was like, well, how much does a PlayStation 5 cost? €500, something like that. So I'm like, right, let's just buy a PS5. Let's act on this impulse immediately. Let's buy a PlayStation 5 right now, and I'll buy a monitor or television or something to go with it so that I'll be able to play on it. And so I did. I immediately acted on the impulse, and have I messed this up? I don't think so. Anyway, so I immediately acted on the impulse. I went on Facebook Marketplace, found a guy. He was selling his PlayStation, right? It was up for like 20 minutes. It was up for like 25 minutes at the moment of listing. I was like, I gotta go get it. So I go get it. I drive out to Limerick City. I find this guy. He's been smoking on the za. Clearly, his whole street smelled like weed. I show up to his house. He's like, it's all there. I'm like, €350. He's like, yeah. And I give him the money. And he gives me the PlayStation. He throws it in a controller. I'm like, bet. I just got a PlayStation for €350. I need to get a monitor now. I got it for €100. Whole thing cost me €450. I get home after we get dinner with my sister, her boyfriend, my friend, his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's sister. So all 6 of us were in getting food. I'm excited to get home. You know, we eat our food. I get back to the house. I go straight to the shop to buy cleaning supplies. Because this thing was filthy as hell, man. This PlayStation, it was covered in some suspicious-looking crust. So, I got onto the shop to Lidl, right? Lidl, whatever you want to call it. I think Irish people call it Lidl for some reason. Lidl. Sorry, you guys know the SpongeBob reference. Sorry, I'll get back to it. Anyways, I go to the shop to buy cleaning supplies, and I get the cleaning supplies. I go straight home. I clean the absolute crap out of this thing, right? Disinfected over years of probably neglect, all right? Anyway, it's squeaky clean. I set it up, man. This thing is working so good. I buy Black Ops 2 because, you know, why not? It's 40 quid. I start playing and get back into it. Turns out I'm still a god at the game. And I'm like, man, I'm going to make all my money back from buying all this crap probably within a couple of months if I just make content. I know people who will love it. And so that was cool and all. My friend comes over, right? He comes over because I tell him, yo, I just bought a PlayStation. You want to check it out or whatever? Because I've never owned a PlayStation. He comes over with his PlayStation controller. We're playing some games, right? And we have a mutual friend that his girlfriend went over to see. And that girlfriend had just kicked out... Sorry, that friend kicked out my friend's girlfriend out of the house because she was meeting her boyfriend, who then they broke up the next morning, which is a crazy little story, which I'm not going to get into because I don't really care that much. But... So she comes over and she's like, well, she just kicked me out of the house. So she comes over. So the 3 of us are playing PlayStation. We're like, well, we're like in our 20s and we're a bunch of like, you know, cool people and stuff. So let's do something fun with our life. So we decide we're going to go down to the pub because what else is there to do in this town? So we go down to the pub and we get there. It's chilling, whatever. And then we decide to spice things up and enter a nightclub. So we go to a nightclub, the only nightclub in the area. And they have an 80s night on, which is just spectacular. So we stay out till like, I don't know, maybe 2 in the morning at this 80s night, having fun, dancing to like all the bipping and the bopping from the 80s, as you do. It was great fun. And I had 3 beers, right? With 3 beers, it's all it took me. I was only supposed to have 2.5, but the second and a half ran out before I was done dancing. So I had to get a third one. So I was dancing all night. There's photographic and video evidence of this event. So in case you're curious. So anyways, I think there might be actually, but anyway, I don't want to see it. You guys might want to see it. I don't want to see it. Anyways, lo and behold, I get home. It's late at night. I record a video. Oh my God. Guys, tell me if you want to see this, because goddamn, I swear it was my best chess performance, worst linguistic performance. I was slurring my words trying to talk about this whole thing. I was so bad. I was sweating like crazy, slurring my words, being like, Queen H5 check, and then like then we showed up at this place. I couldn't speak, man. I watched back the footage. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I considered uploading this. No way. I'll reply to chats in a second. Can I beat Sadistic Tushy? Yes, I can. Big time, easy. God bless the guy though. Anyways, what was I saying? So the next day, I did something. I can't remember what I did. Oh yeah, I went to see Spider-Man. I saw the new Spider-Man movie because my younger brother invited me to go see it. So I go see the new Spider-Man movie. It's actually a pretty good film, to be honest. It's like a typical superhero film, but it's actually pretty good. Not like something that I would particularly watch, like or be excited to watch. But you know what? It wasn't that bad. So, anyways, I go see the Spider-Man film, and then I go to this event that I was invited to. It was the going out, the actual going out. The prior going out was just the warm up to the event. So it was Sunday. We decided, let's go enjoy this bank holiday. So we go out. First of all, we get to the house, and we're like having a couple of warm up beverages, as you do. And I think I had a plan here, but I can't quite see what I was trying to do there. So let's do this. I think this is not a bad idea. Just sort of sacrificing a bunch of material. And now let's go like this. Oh, am I playing brilliant moves here? I don't even know. I'm just going to hit this twice and then just hopefully win the game. Maybe 3 times the rookie won. What was I saying? Yeah, so we go out. And it's like a chill night or whatever, nothing too crazy. I did not meet the love of my life. In fact, did not get with any women. But something crazy did happen. I almost got jailbait. Not almost. No way. Nobody can jailbait me. All right. But I was on this dance floor. I didn't even know this nightclub existed. Also, my entire town decided to go to the same place at once, and everybody I ever knew from my town was there, which made me not enjoy it at all. But still. Anyways. We get to this place later on, and it's a literal club. It is hopping, right? And at one point throughout the night, I lose my friends. As per bloody usual for some reason. I lose my friends. I'm looking for them. And this girl goes, "Are you lost?" And she's with her friends. And I'm like, nah. I didn't say lost in your eyes. No, I did say that. Yeah, in your eyes, I think is what I said. And then I just walked away. Yeah, that's what, yeah, I did that. So I remember, I was like, yeah, in your eyes. And then I walked away or some shit. I definitely said that. Either that or I thought I said it. No, I did say that. I remember now. I did say that, which is so cringe. But anyways, those same group of girls come over to me later on and they're like, oh, it's you, Mr. Lost or whatever. Some stupid shit. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, I don't know, like they're acting like they're like nobody just goes up to people, So I was like, are they like a bit young or something? So one of my friends who was there with me was like, you should ID them, bro. Like this, you should ID them. So I was like, yeah, let's ID them. So I go to ID these two. Wait, that's a free piece. No, it's not. Let's do this. So I go to ID them. I'm like, yeah, show me your ID before we continue this conversation. She pulls out her ID, and I was like, there's no way that's you. And she's like, yeah, it is me, whatever. She starts hiding her name on it for some reason. I'm like, okay, this is just weird. So I was like, let's just like turn away from this whole conversation. I do not want to be talking to anybody who's not even like within 5 years age of me, right? So like, get out of here. So I walk away. End of story, pretty much, right? So that almost gets me. Then this other thing happens. As the night progresses, I meet a bunch of people from my town who just so happened to watch. Well, not a few, not that much of people, but there were just a few people there that just so happened to watch my content. And so I talk with them, which is like, it's a surreal experience as per usual. But I don't know if I like that. I don't like when people find out that I do content. I saw like my follower count increased by a couple of followers, people that are mutual friends with people that already follow me from my town. So I was like, oh, that's interesting, man. I don't want to get recognized in public. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling for me, like, because I'm just a guy at the end of the day. Let's hope he blunders here. I don't know what he's going to do. Hang on a second. Let's do this, or to cover up all avenues of attack. I want to do this and maybe go here. I have 7 seconds left on the clock, so I'm going to shut my mouth for a second here. Okay. Maybe he takes, and then I give a check, and maybe I can just remaneuver like this. Maybe go. He missed it. He missed it again. That was a free piece. What happened? I thought I clicked. You guys saw that? Thank you so much for all of the roses and shit. How are you doing, guys? Does Ned remember Peter from the handshake? Hello, good sir. What? Oh, Spider-Man. I don't want to spoil anything. He's actually a decent player. Thank you. How you doing, Oritan? Hello, everybody. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you guys. Stalemated baller. Yeah, you guys saw I clicked there, right? I recognize you from class. You were always being scolded. That is just like such a generic phrase, which is just not true. I played a brilliant move while talking shite. I guess it's just how I'm built, right? I played a brilliant move while talking shite. Oh my god, I played a 49% accuracy. No, I did not play a brilliant move. It just nothing happened there. You can just continue on with your lives, but stick around for the stream, fellas. That's basically the events that unfolded. As we left the nightclub, like just the town is full of weird people. This is why I don't go out much, like in general. I don't know if it's just like small town syndrome or it's just like my town actually sucks balls. But I just don't. I don't know. Just there's not really much to do. And when you see this too many of the same characters over and over again, it just sort of throws you off. When you meet new people and they're nice and stuff, and they're not seasoned veterans of the drinking culture, that's great because they still have hopes and dreams ahead of them. But when you meet people that have just been like, when you go out after 10 years of not going out and it's the same characters, still out there, it's a tragic sight to behold. So he might take here with the pawn, and then I push here. He doesn't. Okay, I do this now. This is actually pinned really nicely, but remember the knight is being attacked here, so he kind of has to reconcile there a little bit. I actually could take here. Queen takes. No, because then he just takes with the knight. But if he takes with the knight, then I can take with the rook. So if bishop here, queen here, pawn here. No, it's got to be knight here, but then he loses the pawn. So I can actually... Okay, or that. That works as well. Okay, so now I can actually just castle queenside and sort of forget about everything I just said because none of it matters anyway. And this is still pinned, but now after I take here, this will actually be totally hanging. So, okay, I take here. If he takes with the knight, he loses the pawn with check. And then I think it's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap. GG. Okay, so now he's going to go here thinking he's attacking my pieces, but he'll actually be losing material because if he goes there, I just do this check and I pick up the knight. Because the bishop is covering, but before I take that, let me just give one more check just to sort of complicate the position a little bit. And now I would like to just take this off the board. If he takes with the rook, I take with the rook. And now after he gives me one check, I pick up his rook for free. So that's not a thing he could do. So let's go here. And I'm going to do this now. Seeing as my opponent wants to play those games. All right. How do I do this? Okay, let's go. Do I go here, maybe? I'm up a whole piece. I mean, I could just trade, but then he's got to check. You got to check, pawn takes, and then pawn takes, I guess. It's pretty bad for me. But then my rook covers the second rank consistently. So you know what? Let's just remaneuver back here. So now covering this twice, allowing my bishop to escape. I can attack here, and now this will be double attacked. So he'll have to do something about that. So let's go here with check. I remember my knight is overloaded right now defending here. So we can actually just bring this back, hit his knight one more time. Thank you so much for the follow. And now, okay, he's attacking here. But, yeah, I'm just sucking him now. Thank you so much for whatever that was. Your crazy ad videos. I got the Bible as a gift for my birthday and I'm reading it now. That's great, bro. That's great. Now that's really good. Okay, so there is like a position here where I escape from this alive. It's looking pretty dire, though, I have to say. He goes there, I give a check. I don't give a check. I just end my life in Minecraft. Oh God, what the hell have I just done? Okay, now I have to give a check, and he takes here, and I'm completely losing. What have I just done? He's got checks for days as well. Ah, oh, Jesus Christ. What am I even doing here? I gotta go here. Yeah. Okay, so let me just drink some water. Because I was on a win streak while I was yapping. But now that I am not talking anymore about my stories and events of my life, I'm losing. So there's a pattern I'm recognizing now. And the old noggin. All right, let's do this. Bring this back around just in case of any tomfoolery that my opponent might try to bring out. Okay, and now this is okay. So you might pile up on this pawn here. So let's actually just bring this back. No, let's go here. I want to hit this. I don't really give a shit about that, to be honest. Let's go here and I'll hit that pawn. He can't really save it. He can start giving me checks, but it doesn't really do anything. So we're actually good here. If I go here, you got a check. If I go here, he doesn't have a check other than with the rook. And then I can just start walking up the board. Okay, or that, yeah. And oh, shoot. What have I just walked into, bro? I'm actually so fucking stupid. Ah! Okay, so now I can't win, but I can get a draw. What are the odds of me getting a draw, guys? Is he going to blunder his knight on the next turn? It's possible. Watch him. Yeah, let's go here. And let's try and bait him into a position where I get a stalemate. That would be great. Okay, and now here. And now here. And now here. And now here. Here. Has a chance. There's always a chance. Okay, wait. If he promotes to a queen on the next turn. Oh, it's not stalemate. I got one square. Oh, no. Oh, I had one square. Damn. All right, move your king. Ah! Okay. Ah! Okay, I lost on time. Whatever. Smallest water bottle you've ever seen. What does your pee be invisible at this point? Yeah, I know. Your story times are goated. Thank you, bro. So, yeah, that might turn into a YouTube video. I'll cut the VOD up because I haven't recorded a YouTube video in a few days. But as it turns out, I'm an absolute god at Black Ops 2, so I'm going to be uploading that because I realized recently that I can actually upload whatever I want. Whenever I want. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And that's what I want to upload right now. Because you guys are sick of chess. I'm playing this so badly, too. Ready for story time on the booze? I just told the whole story time, bro. You missed it. And I'm going to bring on my knight now and attack this way. And oh, he's trying to win the pawn because the knight was pinned. How cringe. Possibly even... No, I won't say it. I'll be very nice this stream. I'm not gonna say any swear words today, guys. Good old Christian stream today, guys. Hosanna Bokele. Who is that man in my family that said I would fail? I can't even do it. I can't do the accent. Like, I can always do an accent, but for some reason, that accent I'm struggling with. Who is that man in my family that said I would fail? Hosanna Bokele. You just made in 43, probably. Would you explain us your 1% Neanderthal DNA? Top 1%. Not just 1%, top 1%. I did a DNA test a few years ago, and because I was curious what the hell I am, because I have this weird sort of, like, unexplainable lineage where my dad is Lithuanian, my mother is, like, Russian, my dad is also Russian, like, pure Eastern Bloc sort of people, that's what we are, but I was born in Latvia, and... my parents both grew up in Latvia, but to like non-Latvian heritage. And also, to top it all off, I lived in Ireland my entire life. So God only knows what the hell I am. And so when I, you know, obviously I had to had to go investigate the matter for myself and find out, you know, what am I? Who am I? Who sent me? And so yeah, that's what happened. That's why I went to get a DNA test. It turns out I am in fact 0.6% Chinese. That's not a lie. And I'm also very Russian, very Lithuanian, very Baltic, part Polish, part Manchurian at one point. I don't even know what this, to be honest. I don't really get lineage that good. But let's do this. And I think maybe if he moves his queen at any point, I'll have this, which is really nice. You're European. Yeah, I'm about as European as they get. European in my cup. Please stop peeing in my cup. All right, what's this guy trying to achieve with these shenanigans? I don't understand. So I could have probably taken here, but then there's like some threats of potentially that later on. I don't want to mess around. Thanks so much for the follow, Sanjay. You're playing or talking shit? Talking shit. Central Asia towards Russian migrations created my 0.6% Chinese. Yeah, something like that. So, there we go. Last question by You're the Best. Ah, you the best, bro. Hosanna Bokele. Okay, let's never do that again. And I really like this move, though I don't like that move at all. So let's go here instead. I hate that move. Let's go here instead. That's a terrible move. Okay, so now we've established that every move sucks in this particular position. But I'm going to play this. Block off any queen checks and then maybe set up something like, I don't even know at this point. I would like to play this and then pick up his rook somehow. So if I could get his queen to fuck off, that would be great. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. So if he pushes the pawn, I have to take here, which is really frustrating. Thank you so much for the follow. Let's go here now. Let's hit this. Can I play next? I'm 1400. No. Do you still try farm brilliant moves? Yeah, let's do it right now. So I'm gonna say in the next 5 moves, I'll have a brilliant move. Watch. So he has this really nice pawn push, but I've actually got this really nice move where it basically just destroys his whole attack because now his queen will be hanging, or it's at least being offered up as a trade. And I think let's lead with what's he even trying to achieve here? I have no clue. Let's lead with this. You know what? Screw this guy. Let's go here. And now we're just getting the queens off the board. This is attacked twice. The back rank is covered sufficiently. There is no check with the rook. So now let's just proceed by trading down material. And I think I'm actually better here. Like, as dire as the situation may appear, it's actually totally fine. So I could respond here. I will. Let's do that. And I think he's going to start giving me checks. Okay, he decided to do it that way. Let's go here now. He doesn't have any checks along this file, which is really nice. So now I'm threatening to pick up his rook, maybe, to take it off the board. So I can actually go here and then just end my life. Okay, he can't. He realizes that he can't take. So let's go here one more time. He can take here, though. Okay, so now he's opted to not take there, which is lovely. And I can take here, covering this one check. He has another check, but that's almost checkmate. So after he blocks with the rook, I have to go here. And now I'm threatening to pick this up. He has one check, and I go here with check. And I'm going to hit his rook plus defend my pawn. And I think he just sold this position pretty badly. Nothing he could do about this, to be honest. And I'm going to go here. And I hit the rook, offer the rook. And now we go here, and now we go here. And I think his king is out of time to catch my pawn. Actually, it can catch my pawn. So let's instead move our king, and it's just over. Too fast, too easy, too furious. Let's get a brilliant move. Let's see if we can get a brilliant move this game, guys. Watch this. This is how you get brilliant moves in chess in 2026. Jesus. What happened to the time, man? Let's hit that. DJ, spin that shit. I think my opponent thought he was cooking there. He just sacrificed the queen for no reason. I'll take this off the board. This is still... Yeah, it's just too easy. I don't think there was any brilliance there. And now I want to bring out this to kind of scare him a little bit because nobody ever plays this into a Sicilian defense, and hopefully he plays that and just blunders the game. So I'm going to push this pawn and start sort of capitalizing on the fact that I have my opponent by the balls. Let's go here now. Sort of putting some pressure on this knight, preparing to push this pawn, blocking in my own pawn, possibly the worst move of all time. But you know what they say about the worst move of all time? They'd be saying, damn, that's a bad move. Let's go here. And very likely he's going to try... Yeah, I was thinking he was going to do that. But here he goes back. And that's really good for me because now he's vacated some crucial squares. I'm just going to push this back one square so that if he ever plays a6 or maybe tries to attack my bishop, I can just bring this all the way back to here. Should he push the pawn forward, I will be in a little bit of trouble. So let's make some breathing room for this bishop. And he takes. Wow, what an absolute loser. What an absolute loser. Du Peru, more like... Let's go here. I was thinking of something there. It didn't come to me. I'm not so sharp today, guys. Let's hit this just so that we have a defender for this pawn. If he tries to trade off, I'm absolutely bing chilling. Just like the ice cream. I'm 0.6% Chinese. I'm allowed to say bing chilling. Ni hao ma. You know, all that good shit. Let's go here just to keep defense of this. Now, there is a slight problem of him giving me checks eventually, maybe. I like maybe bringing out my knight here and going there, hitting the queen. But he's probably going to lead with something like this, or potentially moving his queen away from that diagonal, or like to somewhere really stupid, and then he brings out his bishop and then kills my pieces. Tony? Doodoo peepee. Doody poopy. Yeah, Tony, this is why we have you here, man. I thank you so much for your contribution to this stream. It has been an absolute pleasure to host you and your hilarious jokes. Anyways, so I'm going to bring this out all the way to here and then just probably just like end the stream because I think I've just lost the game. So we're going to try a new challenge today, guys. Today's challenge is to win the game without a bishop because who needs it? You know, who needed a bishop ever? Let's just offer a trade of queens. Maybe he'll take it. Maybe he won't. You know, it's just completely up to the stars. Should they align, then I'll get what I like. But if not, then it is what it is. And he takes... I might take there, and you might think I have rook here, but I don't because of the bishop. But I do have rook here, which is fine. Hosanna Bokele. I'm gonna hit this now. I can't. Now I've just defended my bishop, so my opponent got me by the balls there. He got me by the balls, and I'm in a little bit of trouble, guys, because he's gonna bring. Let's go here. Oh, I'm not even hungover. I'm not. You should try playing better moves next time. You should try being kinder to strangers. This is hilarious. Thanks, bro. What happened to never drinking again? What? I told the full story of the stream of what happened this weekend. I recorded a video whilst drunk. And I don't think I'm ever going to release it. I just feel like it would be doing a disservice to people's eyeballs and ear holes. I mean, like, you won't enjoy it. Like, your ears and your eyes won't enjoy it. Please go back here. Thanks. Fucking idiot. What? You're not fucking serious. What the fuck? Du Peru, you... He just he just beat me in chess. in a family-friendly manner. Oh, good gosh, that was I've never been checkmated so badly. Wow. That hurt, bro. More like doopy poo, bro. How is he rated 1500? Fuck you, meow sophistido. This is my second account. I'm 2000 elo on my main. Suck my dick. Fuck you. I'm the best player ever. All right. How is he rated 1500? He's so ass. Everyone else is fine. I love you all. The rest of you, all right? Just not that guy. All right, let's go back. All right, so he doesn't play the move that I thought he would play. Let's just bring this out. Listen, I have to gift wins sometimes, all right? How are you rated 2000 elo? How are you even in my stream? You're like, this is like, it's always the little shitheads who are like 400 elo. Hey, how is this guy 2000? How is this guy 1500? At my elo, they play like grandmasters. Yeah, that's why you're at your elo, is it? Because they're all a bunch of grandmasters and you can't get out of 800. Is that why, yeah? You fucking... Don't make me angry. You don't want to see me when I'm angry. Speaking of which, yesterday I have to tell a story. So we were coming out of our very first pub. We were denied entry because it was full. As we were coming out, there was this group of a bunch of little fucking kids, little vermin, scum of the earth, little pricks, right? They're a bunch of boys, teenage boys. And they were like annoying this little girl who was just walking along the street. And I saw in a distance, she was holding like a water bottle, and the biggest one of these little twerps slapped the water bottle out of her hand and was roaring at her, being like all tough guy. So me and my friend's girlfriend's sister were at the front of the lot of us walking, and we were like, "What the fuck?" So we walked up faster, which kind of charged onto him. We're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, we're just messing." And she's like, "We asked the girl, like, do you know these guys?" And she's like, "Yeah, he was trying to spit in my face." I was like, "Why don't you fuck off and spit in someone's face who's a lad? Why don't you go spit in a lad's face, see what happens?" And he's like, he literally goes, fuck off, and he walks away to his little twerps, his little girlfriends, which was like so embarrassing. Like if that would never be my son, first of all, because my son would be disciplined, but second of all, whoever raised those kids needs to be fucking beaten to a pulp, because those kids did not know how to behave themselves. It was a horrendous thing we witnessed. They were just harassing this little girl for no reason. She was only like maybe 10 years old or something, and the other people on the street also did not condone this behavior at all, but I was the first to speak up. I felt like a hero. I drank myself to sleep. Anyways, let's go here. And let's go here. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Top 10 things that actually did happen. There was 3 witnesses to this event. It wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, there was no fight or anything. Just a bit of a confrontation occurred because, I don't know. I don't like seeing that kind of shit. Kind of annoys me. But yeah, also, I wish you were funny. Kill yourself. You were with your friend's girlfriend's sister. Yeah. I mean, we were with actually a bunch of people. Thank you so much for the tomato or the rose. You guys, why he look like Jinxie? I get that a lot, actually. I don't know. Why you guys think I look like Jinxie? Do I look like Jinxie? I just joined and I heard that. Sorry, bro. It's usually more family friendly than that, I swear. Reported. I don't give a fuck, bro. All right, let's go. Ooh, I wish you were funny. Reported. The Redditors are going to love this one. That's why you should leave Tipperary. Probably. Are you 2K in Rapid? Yes, that's right. like nobody cares about your opinion, Invincible NPC. This guy goes like, oh, he joins the stream. He's like, I wish you were funny. And then I told him to kill himself. And he's like, I'm going to report you. Okay, report me. This is like my 10th time getting reported. Oh, this is a good position now. I think I can do this. Some people, man. Some people are just so mean. They join my stream and they just get me so angry. I think I'm winning here. You might do that. Okay, let's go here. And now let's go like this. And then go like here. And then go like here. Oh, that's fine. And I can win the game. I think this is almost checkmate, I think. It's not. What? Oh, it was checkmate in 2. I was too slow. Oh, fuck off, will you? 1K viewers. Thank you so much, bro. For an Indian, my English is pretty good. Thanks. I got wrecked, man. I didn't tell you to self-harm. God, this guy's such a little bitch, bro. Oh my God, I hate when people join. They're like, they're such little babies, man. God, how do they survive in the world? We've all been there, I know. You should focus on your chat less. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking to chat now. Thanks to that one guy who keeps crying in my chat. You're welcome, everybody. Invincible NPC. He's rude, and then he cries and reports me when I'm rude back. So that's fine. Keep crying. I don't give a fuck. All right, let's go here next and push this pawn, and hopefully he takes so that like neither of us can really castle this game. Because like the problem is if I castle, I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed because of all these open files. But if he castles, he's kind of giving me an alley-oop for an attack, so I can like push my rooks across and maybe win that way. So what he's trying to set up now is that my knight is pinned by the bishop, so I actually kind of have to attack this bishop now. And let's take here. And now if he pushes, I kind of just have to ignore it because I don't really want to open up the light squares. But here I can't even take back. So I'm going to try and hit his bishop first. And hopefully he... Wait, a fight. Oh, shit. I'm lost. Oh, bro, I'm actually dumb as hell. What? Okay, I'll take that. That's a win in my eyes. Like, I don't deserve to be in this game right now. That's fine. Magnus said as long as you're 400 elo, you shouldn't be embarrassed. Yeah, don't be embarrassed about your elo, guys. Elo means nothing. If people tell you that your elo means something, it just means it means too much to them. It's just like a number attached to your chess skills. EGP 30. This is a donation for the Cock and Balls opening. Thank you so much for the $33, bro. I appreciate that. What an absolute legend this guy is. Nice cock. All right. Wait, what's EGP 30 actually? I'm actually curious. How much in money is that? Sounds like a lot of money. Okay, now I'm definitely lost because I don't think there's a way for me to like casually defend this. Holy shit, 57 euro? Damn, thank you so much for the donation, bro. God bless you, bro. I've never cared about my elo. Same, bro. Yeah, 50 viewers because of it's just that it's basically like I'm on Chess TV right now. So like chess.com is hosting me on the front page. So like, it looks like I have more viewers than I have. So I'm not that good. Thanks so much for the $57, bro. God bless you. Oh, it's over. It's GG. Yeah. God, that one guy just fucking tilted me. What did I say right now? I said nice cock. Thanks so much for the thumb, Jack. 33 EGP is 57 euro. Fumbling these dubs because you haven't worked for good luck. If you do it, your luck will change. I promise, no joke, bro. You can trust me. I'm not working for anyone. Hi from Iran. Hello. Hello from Brazil. To the Bay. Why did I think you were 2000 elo? It's because I'm playing on my alt account. That's all. Try to lock in. All right, we're going to lock in for the next video. TikTok's probably going to ban me by the end of this stream, but it's fine. We're still streaming on YouTube and Twitch. 33 EGP is €57. Yeah, I know. Thanks, guys. Did you know how to play Russian style? Yeah. No one's affecting my emotional state. I'm just finding excuses, bro. Ești român? Nu sunt român, dar vorbesc română puțin. This is definitely a man. Vorbesc română puțin și am învățat română acasă cu ChatGPT și Google. Hey, my family's watching my stream. I'll respond to them later. Thank you, Zaggy. If you're watching the stream, you know I'm the GOAT. All right. Anyways, your AI, yeah. So we're playing at 2000 elo now, so I need to shut my mouth and lock it. Excuse me. We got ourselves a D4 player. How about these nuts in your mouth, Stenley Dugarnata? And he's playing the Queen's Gambit. So here I'm going to play Knight F6, defend in the center. Fellas, this is how you play the Queen's Gambit. One of the big problems in the Queen's Gambit is castling, and the other problem is the light square bishop. So the question is, you can only really deal with one of those at a time. So right now he's piling up on this pawn. It is defended sufficiently if he takes, knight takes, knight takes, queen takes. But if queen takes, he might have something like, I don't know, something, and then I lose the game. So let's avoid that. Instead, I want to bring out my bishop early on. This is probably incorrect theory, but you guys don't watch me for correct theory. I'm just playing how I think is right. And so now my pawn is defending this pawn, so if he does try to double my pieces, it's totally fine. My bishop is out. I don't mind trading it off. Bishop g4 here sort of helps him develop his bishop a little bit, but I'm actually just going to castle as early as possible. It's kind of like the way I like to play this opening in particular. I like c6 here over defending this pawn. It also sort of prevents knight to b4, should he have thought of that as an idea. Knight to b4 now doesn't really work because of queen b6, and then maybe a3 hitting this pawn will be a threat. I think here's the best thing to do is just a take here, because after the bishop takes, it's now blocked in by my pawn. There is just one little problem, that he does have e4. e4, and I would be just like munching on his nuts. I don't want to be doing that. I want to go here now, just sort of offer a trade, and now if e4, okay, so this is defended. I don't need to go jumping at the defense of that pawn, which is lovely. But one thing I do have here is I have maybe a threat on this bishop, sort of saying I'm going to double up your f-pawns. But attacking that bishop would mean that he has bishop retreating back to here, maybe controlling a lot more squares. However, does that matter to me? Not so much. I'm going to attack this bishop and start putting pressure on the position from my perspective. Okay, so now I would like to keep defending this pawn, but it's really not doing me any favors. I would instead like to bring out this knight and maybe attack in the center over here. There's a high chance he plays something like this, and the knight here will be really good. Takes, and then it would actually be really bad. Sorry is what I meant to say. Now I have rook to here. So with rook to here, I'm setting up rook f6 and then rook g6, which would set up knight takes on h3. But now actually I'm kind of stuck because I don't really know what to do. I could play this knight here takes, pawn takes, and I have a semi-open f-file for my rook. If the knight doesn't take, I can jump into the position hitting both of these and then maybe pushing a5 to solidify my position over here on h4. So actually, yeah, let's play this and hope that he takes, and then I'll have a semi-open f-file. Or I could maybe open up this, but then I'll be taking away from the center. It's not good. No bueno. No bueno. Okay, now he's piling up on this knight. So maybe instead of responding to that, I could hit his queen and sort of improve my position a little bit. I could also do this. And should he play a3, I have knight here. I've also got this. Then I've got a3 and then knight. Oh, wait, no. Knight here, a3. Wait, knight here, a3. a6, a takes. Queen takes, actually. Queen takes, a takes, pawn takes, and then just rook here. And then we go into this really boring endgame. Rook takes not possible, then he gets this, and then it's just like an equal endgame. I don't really want to go into that. So instead of all of that, we could actually just use the old noggin, the old brain cells, connect every single bit of brain power I've got, right? Instead of playing knight to b4, I have knight to a6, a5, sorry. Knight a5 hits the queen, says that you can go here to over-attack my knight. I've got this b4, and then knight here, bishop takes here. b4 will be blocking in the queen, but then rook takes, and I'm kind of at a loss for moves. So the question then comes back to the start. Do I even bother over defending, or do I play something like rook to b8? Because if bishop takes, pawn takes, he doesn't have time to take with the rook immediately, but he does have time to play queen there, piling up on this, and it'll be virtually impossible for me to defend unless I play a queen to here. But then again, he could also attack this way, and then he can just... this rook won't be able to defend. So rook b8 is out of the question. Knight b4 is out of the question. Maybe just sort of ignoring everything is on the cards. Maybe queen here. But then just pawn takes. I mean, I don't really want to... Rook c8 is the other logical option. But then I just open up I disconnect my pawns way too much. So I'm thinking knight a5 is probably the move. I actually don't... Do I fucking like that move? I don't like it at all. Knight d8 maybe. Knight back around. But then where does the knight go? You know, my pawn is blocking here. The knight can go back to here, here, here. That's like 10 moves. So my knight's not in the best position. That's the problem. Knight a5? Hang on a second. Knight a5, queen a4. b6. And then knight back to here. Eventually would allow me to go to here. So let's actually play knight a5. I like knight a5. Maybe I'm tunnel vision on that knight move, but I don't see anything else. He's got, okay, b6 now. b4 is an option. But knight b here. Okay, b4 is the option he goes for. I've got this. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Wait. Here. Bishop takes, rook takes. Pawn takes, rook takes. Knight back to here, bishop here, rook here. No, I don't need to respond to that. Let's go back to here. This is totally fine. This is totally fine. My bishop will be defended by the queen. And should he not play bishop c6, I've got knight d6. And now I'm attacking his bishop. And I've also, like, let go of this whole thing he had going on with the bishop and the queen, which are effectively useless at this point. I don't know what little bro is doing. So now I can actually bring this around. I'm hitting this pawn. I'm setting up this to hit his rook and his bishop at the same time. Sort of regaining control of the position all of a sudden. And now he's on the back foot, going back to defend his pawn. But now he's allowed me into the position way too much, I think. Because now I might even play rook to f6, preparing this. But then there's also this. So I need to be kind of careful. But then I have this hitting the... Yeah, let's go for it. This is brilliant. My opponent has allowed me way too much into the position, and now it's just a matter of rook to here and then bringing this up to attack this twice. He'll have to defend with the rook, at which point I don't even need to bring my rook up anymore to keep it there. I can actually bring my queen across to here, maybe sacrifice the rook, pawn takes, and I'm absolutely dominating this guy. Hang on a second. We could be onto something here, fellas. What is he doing? This is just embarrassing work by my opponent. He might play bishop h5, trying to regain some sort of control of the position, but in fact, it's not going to work because I either have knight h4 here, hitting this twice, but he can defend this way, or I have rook to here, hitting this, which he can only now defend with the rook, and now his bishop will be completely out of position. Should he allow it, I have queen h4, bishop g4 doesn't work because of h6, hitting his bishop, forcing it back. Oh my good gosh, fellas! We have clawed our way out of this position. We, by the way, not just me, we. Is this AI? No. I'll play you in an OTB game in Chicken Hut tomorrow at 11:45 with 8 cans of Guinness. Sounds good. I hate Chicken Hut. Is there even a good Chicken Hut in the area? I'm not sure. There's not one in Tipperary anyway. Hikaru maxing. I don't know what that means. Okay, so now queen h4. So the idea is he had to bring this back because he was on the back foot and he stepped too far forward, and now he's just sort of given me the attack a little bit too much. I'm even debating playing this. That's a really good conundrum to be posing here. So actually, if he takes, pawn takes is totally fine. And additionally, yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for this because if pawn takes here, here's the threat. He's losing a pawn this way. I'm losing a pawn here. All's well. It ends well. Ted, nice makeup. Thank you, Shane. You saw the makeup? How are you so ass at Blitz? This is my alt account, bro. My Blitz is like 1800. What part of Tipperary are you from? If I say that, you're going to show up at my house. Please don't. Oh, yeah? What'd you think of it, man? My makeup was so good. I had all the, unfortunately, boys this time calling me. The opponent is going to resign. Possibly. My opponent missed this fork, but at the same time, he knows that should he have indulged in said fork, the resulting endgame would have been that I would have had this here. And then, he's sitting around picking up rooks while I give him checkmate. That's what would have happened. Is this AI? No. Where you were from, like what country? I don't even know. Girls did me good. I know, man. They're full of energy, them kids. Can't say no. If they tell you they want to do your makeup, what are you going to do? I'm also sweating like crazy in this house. I'm sweating. Okay, so now my opponent is attacking, which is rather unfortunate. I'm at a loss for moves, actually. Wait. Do I have a rook here? Okay, he gives me one check here. No, he takes the pawn. I sack the rook. King takes, rook here, check. King goes back to here, check. Oh, the cheeky little bollocks. Cheeky little prick. All right, okay, well, I can't move my queen because it's defending the rook. The question still stands, do I have this? I don't. I'll have to bring this back now. This is so sad. I had a rook sacrifice. But, wait! He can't take the rook! You live 2 minutes away from me? Shit. I played at like a 2050 rated player. How do I show this? My opponent played like an idiot. I don't know how to show this on stream. Well, let's see what happened here. So at this point in the game, he gave me a rook, but what I played was the best move in the position. And then he had to bring this all the way back. And then I was completely winning because after he goes here, I go here, he goes here, and then I go here. It's checkmate. Yeah, GG. Thank you so much for the follows. Pepperoni at Raindrop, Juicy Danny, Joe, Mue, Korean Letters. Chess was made by goblins. Damn, son. Nice, mate. I was scared they were going to take with the bishop at the end. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You need this? Thank you, man. I was telling the story of my weekend. I spent my weekend with friends. It was a rather fun weekend. Lots of socialization. My opponent has aborted the game. He fears my wrath. Fatty Shango. Yeah, that's a cool name. Let's attack Fatty Shango. Just hurt him where it hurts the most. I love you, my love. Okay. All right. I love you too. I eat eggs for a living. Nice. What did you drink? I drank various forms of family-friendly alcohol. I drank on Saturday. Well, I kind of went over all this at the start of the stream, but maybe some people have left. Well, on Saturday, I went over to my, well, actually my friend came over with his girlfriend, and we played some Black Ops on a PlayStation 5, which I just bought on an impulse, because I want to make content on a specific game, which I am an absolute god of. Seriously, I'm not even joking this time. I'm actually really good at this one game. It's called Black Ops 2. And the specific thing that I am an absolute wizard of, and probably like top 10 in the world, at least at one point I was, is playing tomahawk only or like throwing knife only games. My record is 30-1 on Modern Warfare 2, so I was the GOAT of it back in the day, and I tried it the other day on my brother's PlayStation, and I was really good at it then. I got like 15 kills with tomahawks in one game or something, 14 kills maybe with just tomahawks alone. And so I was like, right, I'm going to go buy a PlayStation 5. Got some money immediately, went down and bought it. It was great fun. Got back to my house. I texted my friend who lives down the road. He's like, I'm like, do you want to check it out? He comes down with a PlayStation. His girlfriend comes over, and she's like, yo, I was at my friend's house. She kicked me out because her boyfriend came over, so now I'm coming over here. So we came over here, played some PlayStation, and we're like, let's do something more fun with our lives. So we go out on an 80s night. We went out, and it just so happened we stumbled across an 80s night. 80s themed dance nightclub. So, I had to get down all night till 2 a.m. I was drinking beer because I'm a very lightweight drinker. I don't drink, right? Usually like that much. So it only took me 3 beers to get absolutely drunk. And so I had my 3 beers, and I think I just won a free pawn as well. I think my opponent blundered there. Oh, wait, hang on a second. If he takes here, pawn takes is the only good move. If he goes there, I have knight here. Knight takes, rook takes, bishop takes. Queen takes, rook take, or queen takes. Okay, so now I'm actually just gonna take, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go, no, I'm gonna go, no, I'm not gonna do that. Let's go like this. It's a terrible move probably, but fuck it, we ball. I just want to defend this pawn preemptively. Now he's piling up over here, which is slightly infuriating. So I can do this, sort of saying no. Anyway, so we got on this 80s night, and I'm drinking my beers, family-friendly beers. It's a great time we had. And, it just progressed from there. And I had 3 beers, and I was like, well, that's a nice warm-up to tomorrow's drinking session, which was yesterday, because people celebrate bank holidays in Ireland for some weird reason. I don't even like drinking. I haven't gone out on a bank holiday in something like 6 years. So this was an unorthodox experience for me. I go to the nightclub. I meet everyone in the whole town I've ever met in my whole life was there for some reason. So that was an interesting turn of events. And there I drank some vodka and Red Bulls. Nothing too serious. Very light. I wasn't even drunk, to be honest. If you play Rook Z20, you can win. I was thinking. Right click and drag wherever taught you straight. I need you to think that you were Hans Niemann. I am. What is the gay club doing in this chat? Sorry. Okay. So now is a great time to capitalize on my opponent's mistake of allowing me this attack with the queen because the knight defends. He thought he was really cooking with this pin, but I think my opponent miscalculated the efficacy of said pin because now I have this kicking away his bishop because the knight and the bishop both protect here. And now I can actually hit his queen one more time. Actually, no, I can just win win a fork here, and it looks like an absolute wrap. So that should be some free elo. I'm not even paying attention. This is just too easy. Did you tell everyone there to subscribe to you? No, but I did meet some people that knew I made content, and I was like, shh, don't say a word. And then I noticed my follower list on Instagram increased by, well, it always increases like every day, but I noticed some people that were mutual friends with people from my town followed me while I was in the nightclub, or in the club. And I think what might have happened there was that they were discussing my content. And I'm just the kind of person, I don't really like it, man. And now his queen is hanging because the knight can cover back rank checkmate, so he has to address that. He also doesn't have an attack here because of my bishop, so he's probably going to play something really stupid like this, but then I take his queen off the board, rook takes knight here, knight takes, queen takes, and then it's an absolute wrap, like once again. Should he even play this, I also have queen takes, but I prefer taking his queen, which is just much better. And now I'm just up in material, 2,000 elo. Yeah, so now I take this off the board. And yep. GG's. I mean, we can still play this, Fatty Shango from Canada. We can still play. That's fine. We can play. That's all day. Yep. Now I block. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm up queen for a rook here. Let's see how you convert this, Fatty Shango. You bastard. All right, let's go here. Give some breathing room to my king so that after he plays the inevitable rook to here, yawn, I just take this off the board, allow him to take this pawn, and then I'll no, I don't even do that. I have to just give a check. I start giving checks, and it's over. Okay, let's do this now. No, let's do this. Let's give the king some breathing room so the knight can escape now. I first found your OnlyFans. Didn't know you were also good at chess. Yeah, I get that a lot. My bad, bro. Opponent is genuinely selling. Probably. I know we all make mistakes. Not me, of course. I don't know what that sound was. Is that somebody giving me all their money? No, it wasn't. So sad. Thanks so much, Hamed, for the sub, though. So now I've got this. But should I play it? I don't even know. I'd like to just go here. Right here. Rook here, check, king here. Here, check, king there. Knight here, check. King here. Here, check. Ooh. I could take this as well. This would be a bit simpler, I think. I'll be up a whole piece. He can't really take, because then I take, knight takes, king takes. And then he's going to have to try and win against a superior queen side with my knight already over here. Thank you for the follow, Zimmy. Oh! Bipolar syndrome. In some data, I play 2,400. Some day I might be 1,000. Yeah, it happens, bro. It happens to everyone. Like, the idea that you're always going to play perfect because you're a certain elo is just not realistic. It's totally fine, bro. Kliment Bulovusiak. There we go. That's your name. This is very cool, guy. Thanks, guy. All right, let's go here. And in an ideal world, I just get my king across and just start picking off pawns and use my knight to defend against his attacks. So look at this. So my pawns are covering here. My knight is covering here. He can't go to these squares, so he's going to move back to here to try and defend these pawns in some sort of like a last-ditch effort to save the game. But, okay, he doesn't. Let's just go here. And now my knight and all them pieces are covering. So I don't even have to do very much here. If he pushes, I can just ignore that because after he takes, it's the same problem. My knight and pawns have created a barrier that he can't access. So now I can just go here. And now in order to get to my knight, he has to walk like this, which gives me so much time to just bring out a5. Maybe I can even save my knight here. Let's just save the knight just for fun. And now not let him take the pawn just yet. And I'll let him have the knight. But now I'm kind of preventing him from pushing his pawn. So the only this is just hilarious, man. All right, let's just go here. Just oh, Jesus. Let's give a check here. Okay, I have to be very careful to not stalemate this. I think no, I don't have to be careful at all. So that was an easy win. Could have checked and picked up the rook. Maybe. Wait. What? At this point in the game, did I have something like that? I don't know. I'm too stupid. I challenge you? No, man, I'm not playing viewers. Are you studying to Romania? Why do you have the Romanian flag on your profile? That's the Irish flag. Ireland. Let's go here. When he made moves rookie too. Oh, I don't remember. I was in check though. This is losing. Damn. And now I just go here. What's my opponent doing? Scotch Gambit. Oh, I hate the Scotch. Damn, I should have paid attention. I don't remember how to play this. I think Bishop here defends against Knight G5 and Bishop G5. I think I allow this. And then I could just play... Oh, wait, no, I don't allow that, do I? Knight here, queen here, bishop here, pawn here, queen here, pawn here. Castles here, here, here. Wait. Knight here, queen here, 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 check. King goes here. I don't have a free rook. It looks like I do, but I don't. That doesn't work. Okay, so I don't have a free rook there, but do I have maybe a way to block that? No, then I can't go here. Bishop can't go here. So I think what I need to do is just play this. I think it's probably the best move. Bishop F4 prevented, sort of. Awesome. Hey, Mr. Cock and Balls Crash, how's it going? It's going great, bro. It was taking the knight with the queen and then forking the king and rook after. Oh, okay, I didn't think of that. You're looking like a really happy person in your chess profile picture. Yeah, this photo is really old. I'm not as happy these days. You did speak Romanian earlier. That's right. I do speak every European language. Vorbesc română puțin și vorbesc engleză și rusă. N-am probleme cu limbă. That was... Am I fucking retarded? Oh, no, because he was threatening checkmate. Yes, that's why I instinctively played knight f6 and didn't think about it at all, but it turns out it prevents checkmate. Oh my good gosh. You're not Hikaru, Unk? Okay, Meow of Sifisodo. So you've been sitting in my stream for like 40 minutes just hating on me. I'm sorry, I don't know what pain you are going through. You speak Hungarian as well? Evet. Sio, I think is this a phrase in Hungarian. Speak Italian. Parle italiano. Buongiorno, amigo. I don't know. I can't speak Italian. I can. Sorry, I speak every European language. I can just say a few phrases. Try Epstein Gambit. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Okay, please take. That'd be great. I'm not even paying attention. My opponent's Turkish. Türkçe biliyorsun. Tamam. Hürrem Hatun. Sen kimsiniz? Ibrahim Pasha. Anyone who knows what that is, shout out to you. F the haters, man. You're doing great. Thank you. My hair is falling out. It's over. It's over. Okay, let's go here. Now remember, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have this. He has that, but it's just so sad. Well, that's actually not that bad. Hang on a second. Maybe I'm in a bit of trouble here. Türkçe biliyorsun. I would like to play this back. Maybe we offer a draw and we just move on with our lives. Yeah. Works for me. Give me the white pieces, please. Okay, nice. Thank you so much, chess.com. E4. And now he plays the perk defense. This is like a weird opening, but it's F4. I think it's called the Pirc defense or Perky Ballsack defense. I don't know what it is. Pirc? P-I-R-C. Tell me how to fuck pronounce that. It reads like perk. Some perky titties, bro. Anyway, bishop to here looks good. Knight to here looks good. And I'm thinking maybe castle's kingside. Okay, so let's just use the old noggin for a second, all right? So what are we looking at in this position? We're looking at the perk defense, wherein I have a semi-open f-file, an uncastled king, and he's castled. His bishop is ready to develop to g4. His pawns are still at the back ranks, pretty much. This is the shorts guy. Yeah. What is his language? Once in a while, trying to summon the Satan. What? Last I played, I beat the mess out of a new USCF player. Oh, probably in his 30s. No, I'm not. No, I'm 27 actually. You're so funny. Please don't go bald. Yeah, I started streaming when I was 24. It's been quite a journey. I just turned 24. Funny enough, my name was Car Crash 24 for the longest time, and I remember I was looking back at clips from back then, and I was so much happier in my life. But back then, I wasn't making as much money in my jobs. So I'm actually a software engineer. So it was like I was only really streaming because I'm going to be honest, I needed money because I was paying like 1,300 a month in bills, and basically my paycheck was like 2,200 a month or some stupid, or 2,300. No, it was more actually. It's 2,600. But then on top of that, I drove a car, so you have to pay like car shit, and it's just how Ireland is. It's just like it costs €1,000,000 just to survive. And so I was doing it for fun, but then I actually found so much enjoyment and meaning out of it that I was like, well, I'm going to keep doing this. I wasn't doing it for fun. I was doing it for money, and then became doing it for fun. And now after all these years, I just do it because I enjoy it because I don't really need the money. So, tell me what you think of that. Can't be mid-20s. Dude, meow oso fissidoso. You are such a hater, bro. Mid-20s, yes. Last played it versus it. I don't know what you're saying. Should have played the English. Probably. My opponent gives me a check. Wow, what a valiant effort. Let's do this. So we're coming to an impasse now. Basically, what's happening here is that he doesn't have any back rank threats, but he has a knight check. He opts not to take it. He instead opts to trade queens, which lets me do this. Queen takes, rook takes. Oh, it's so bad. I've got this check. What the hell is this position? Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I shouldn't have traded rooks. I have this, though? No, because he's got a check. Shit. Okay, I have to play this now. Okay, now I can play this? What? And now I've got... No, I don't have that. Let's play this. And now it's equal? He messed this up for sure. Oh, but he can take here, but then I can do this. What is this game? I sacrificed the bishop to win back my pawn, and at the end of the day, I'll be up a pawn. What? What is this? Okay, it all makes sense. I'm just better. Thanks, Steph. Don't overthink stuff. Yeah. Queen F7 was checkmate. Okay, this guy is starting to really piss me off a little bit here. I'm just going to play... I'm going to hit this. Oh, yeah. So now he's got that. He's got this. No, he doesn't. He's got nothing here. Oh. So now I'm just up a clean pawn. I'll take that. Okay, so now the question is, do I have this? He has a check, king here, knight here, takes here, takes. I'm still up a pawn. So now I have this check, which you kind of have to play at this point. I was reluctant to play it because I liked the position of my knight, but after this one check, I have this knight takes here. I'm still up a pawn. I don't know. I might even be up another pawn in a second. Should he play rook to here to pile up? I've got this check. Okay, he prevents that. So actually, let's be wise and clever about this. Let's actually just bring this back one square or a few squares. Should he try to pile up now? I do have this, but then maybe pawn here is a bit annoying. Rook here, check. Should I just play it anyway? I feel like it's not a bad idea. No, it's a bad idea. Let's bring this back. The reason it's a bad idea is because then he would get access to this, and that's just really bad for me. So I'm up a pawn, but it doesn't mean I'm winning because it's a rook endgame up a pawn, and he's got this sort of the tempo, and he's got 3 connected pass pawns on the queen side. Slightly worse position for me, but I would like to remaneuver around this way. Okay, he's preventing me from doing so. Now, the question is, do I play a4, pawn takes, and maybe rook back to here, piles up on this? Doesn't give me a clean way to defend without playing rook here, and then pawn here becomes a bit of a problem, or maybe rook here or king there, whatever it is. So now, the question is, do I just start attacking this pawn and maybe try and infiltrate like that, or maybe like this? And now, after he goes there or there... Okay, he goes like that. That's one way to do it. Let's give it a check. Because if he blocks, I think I have an advantage on the king side. Just enough of an advantage that it actually allows me to maybe... Oh, wait, I have this. Okay, so now this is hanging, and the real threat isn't the pawn. It's actually this. Because after he goes there, I have this. And at a certain point in this game, he's going to have to sort of reconcile with the fact that I've got him by the balls here. Okay, let's bring it around like this, because I want to move this like that around. So after he gives me checks, I go here. I go here. And if he goes after the pawn, I give a check with the rook. And I pick up... I give another check. And if he goes there, I can defend. Now the question is, can I just take this? Yeah, I think I can. Okay, so now let's go like this. Hitting this here and sort of not allowing him to take immediately, which would have been slightly annoying. Let's push this pawn. He has a check. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, he doesn't go for it. Let's go here. He's going to give me a check. There it is. Okay, so now the question is, do I go here or do I go here? See, if I go here, then he has here. Then I have takes, rook takes, and then maybe there's something of me sacking, maybe? I don't know. If I go here, I prevent the immediate check, and I kind of advance my passed pawn, but then he has this, kind of is getting this all the way back around. So actually, let's hit this. This is way better. This is a much better move. So I'm thinking if he goes back to e1, I can take rook here, check. Okay, he goes up the board. So now, do I just attack him one more time and just start advancing this pawn? I feel like that's the play. Okay, he goes back to e1. I was not expecting such a terrible play by him. And now I've got 3 pawns. So now I'm going to try and bring this all the way around and maybe attack this way. So get the rook behind the pass pawn. And no matter what, I think the position is still somewhat of a draw if I can get my pawns advanced. Okay, so let's go like... Okay, let's give... Wait, no, let's just push this pawn. Oh no, my pawns aren't connected. Oh no, that's actually a problem in this position. So I need to start Okay, so his king is kind of far away. So I'm forcing him to respond with this. So his king is a little bit too far away to defend that. So he can't actually defend this right now. So now I could bring this forward. But the question is, do I make a queen? No, I push this pawn because his king can't catch my pawn. He can get to there, but... Oh... But now I do this. No, wait, hang on. Do I just push here? It's a draw. Shit! Ah! Hang on a second, wait. King, pawn here, rook here takes here. Pawn here, or rook here, here doesn't work. So he's got to do something. He's got to give me checks. King here is good. Okay, let's go like this. Rook here. There are no further checks, but he has king there. There. King takes. There. There. That's winning. This is completely winning. He has to give me checks now, or it's over. Unless he can redo the tempo. Okay, so now I have to play this. He has to sack his rook now. It works! It works! My calculations were perfect! Oh, they don't work. I'm fucking... Wait. If I can get to here... If I go here, here, there, here, or there, here, it's over. Yeah, it's over. I'm winning. I've got opposition. Now I just go here. No matter where he goes, I'm winning. He goes back to there. I have to be a little bit cautious of him making like or a stalemate or something. Now I just go here. I'm completely winning. Holy crap, that actually worked. Is what I would say if I wasn't completely expecting it. Smash subscribe. Oh my good gosh, that actually worked. He doesn't have any he doesn't have any stalemates. I'm just going to pre-move it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. That was an endgame masterclass. What's with your OIT channel? I don't even know. That was a good endgame. Damn. He won either way, yeah. I'm low on time and stuff. One elo from 2000? I don't even know. So I don't know if I played that perfectly, but I think I did at this point. I think my endgame was pretty solid here. I think it was around here where I started to panic a little bit. And by that, I mean I wasn't scared at all because I knew I was going to win the game. So apparently I was plus 6 points of material. Even in this position, I'm plus 3. Plus 2.3 apparently. Okay, so I played king. Okay, so you played rook back. King here was good, not the best move. You know how it is though. Sometimes I got to give my opponents a chance. And I played a good move again. Not the best move here. A6 wasn't the best move. Apparently the best move here was king to e6. Or king c8, sorry. So king back to here, forcing... Okay, so this was actually the best move. So that after rook takes king here, this is actually completely fine because of here, there's no way for him to catch. So I'm too stupid to realize that. So instead I decided to go for, instead of a mate in 5 or a mate in 10, I decided to go for a mate in 44, which is just like for educational purposes only. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Smash follow, smash subscribe. Okay, so this is 2000 elo, I think. My opponent's 2100. He aborts the game. He didn't want the smoke. My opponent's 2008. So I should be able to, like, maybe get something here. Oh my good gosh, I look so bad. We get another Sicilian player. I think just for fun... No, I'm not going to do that. Let's just bring out the knight. I just need to lock in for one game. We'll get 2000 elo real quick. And the guy who was 2100 didn't want to smoke. That's so unfortunate for him. Would have been free elo for me. Do you play over the board? Nope. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Some of you are really nice. Some of you are really lousy. I think both plans worked. Rook H1, I thought that plan you just found also worked. Yeah, it kind of worked. Yeah, it worked all right. It worked out in the end. In the end, we were all winners. You guys ever, like, wake up in the morning and you see, like, your abs after drinking all night? And you wonder, how the hell does that work? And then you realize it's because you didn't get any takeaways or you didn't eat for, like, 20 hours straight or something because you were too busy having fun. You didn't realize you didn't eat food. And then you sort of are grateful for your life that is full of abundance and realize how good you really have it, even though sometimes it's like, you know, it seems like everything's really bad. But it's actually not that bad because, like, you know, life just goes up and down in waves. It's just how things are, you know? And then when you look in the mirror and you see, like, a sliver of abs and you realize that, like, okay, you let your maybe your good habits down for one night because you went out and drank and stuff, but you didn't drink that much because you decided, you know, you have more self-respect than that. But even then, you know, all it took was a little bit of sacrifice in terms of like, you know, not eating shit, and you still maintain a little bit of a like a physique, and you don't really have abs, but you're working towards them. But like, you still see a sliver of them, and you just don't know how the hell they got there. And that's the only reason you even tell this story to your live stream audience, who actually probably doesn't give a fuck. But you know, hashtag relatable. Alcohol dehydrates you, which makes you leaner. There we go. Alex Madrid knows your stuff. See, jelly rolls, not abs. Damn it. How are you doing, Summer Star? Certain drinks have a lot of calories. You just have to drink enough. Yeah, like straight up. Like I didn't drink anything that was too caloric because I was like, you know, I'm feeling good. So I'm not gonna ruin that by just drinking fucking beers and shit. So I had vodka and Coke. Coca-Cola. I never do drugs. Drugs are gay. Don't do drugs. Really never felt that, damn. I thought you were done drinking. Yes, I don't drink. Except instead of he likes to sub things for drinking. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. It sort of bamboozles me a little bit because like you don't really get how it works. But then yet at the same time I do get how it works because like what I'll do is like okay, for example, yesterday morning I knew that I was going to be like maybe going out drinking, okay? And so the first thing I did in the morning was I went to the gym, lifted weights, and then went to the sauna to like kind of get myself as fresh as possible, and kind of suffered most of the day and didn't eat very much food. Maybe had something like maybe 600 calories the entire day. And then before drinking any alcohol, of course, my friend's girlfriend prepared me a very nice and generous dinner, which wasn't really like a dinner preparation, but it was a lovely little meal. I had 2 oranges, a nectarine, and a handful of nuts, and it was honestly the perfect thing for me because I had a headache from not eating and drinking enough, and it just sort of like hit the spot in terms of all of the nutrients I needed. You know, sometimes your body tells you, it's like when you crave walnuts or something, it's like you've got a lack of I don't know, you've got a lack of walnuts in your system. You know, when your body tells you that. Anyway, I'm gonna do this now, and then knight here probably is gonna happen, and then I go bishop there. Probably. Yeah, this looks pretty good. So I don't know what little bro is doing over here, but he doesn't have anything here because of the knight. He has nothing there because of the pawns. His bishop and queen. My bishop is attacking his bishop, so the question is he going to trade on his terms or on my terms? Ideally, actually, he doesn't trade, and I take, bring his king out, kind of reduce the need for my rook to remain here defending this b pawn, and then I can slide my rook across, maybe offer a trade of rooks. Maybe prior to doing so, I attack here. Okay, he takes there, which I'm actually genuinely surprised by because a lot of the times people don't do that. But I see now why he did that, because he wins a pawn. So that actually makes a lot of sense. And now I don't really have a clear way of attacking him. And I probably should have shut my mouth earlier. And now I'm just in a world of trouble. So that's great. I have h4, ignoring everything. h4, h5, knight here would be really good. So let's actually go for h4. Sort of ignoring everything, as I said. None of it means anything. You're too high elo for me to understand. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Hey brother, just so you know, you're some of my favorite chess content creators. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. God bless you. I like playing chess, but I'm kind of bad. Can I have some simple tips in exchange for subscribing? Uh, win, don't lose. All right, let's go here. So there is a problem now. So obviously he's not going to take, but should he take? Should he allow me to do anything here? Okay, he is just not interested in anything I have to say or offer. So that's brilliant, isn't it? I'm gonna hit his bishop here. No, with this rook here. And hitting the bishop allows me to kind of force out a response out of him. So look at my bishop and my rook attacking this pawn, which is only guarded by the queen. So the question is, will he play something like bishop here? He chooses not to. Okay, so now I can... This is actually under attack. But now the bishop is also under attack. So I think the best thing I can do here is just to bring this back. Attack here. Offer a trade. The question is then, if he takes here, do I take this? Leave the knight hanging. preparing to put some pressure along here. The knight will just go back, and then I can bring my knight across to here, my rook across to here, sorry, which will add another attacker to his king side. Not particularly a useful attacker, but an attacker nonetheless. And then, what if he doesn't do that? What else does he have? I don't think he has anything else really, right? This is my go-to at least. Nice. That is my go. Okay, I see what you're saying. Hello, Khan Chess. What's up, bro? Chuck Shakuda did him. Why aren't you breaking the laws of chess like usual? I could, but I want to hit 2,000 elo first. What's up, Ryan? 200 elo to 800 this year. Only been playing for maybe 200 days, so I love when you explain your moves. Hey, nice one, bro. Good job. Good job, Jack. Okay, so now my opponent has found a tricky sequence of events. So I'm going to play this, I think, kind of maybe asking him to bring his bishop back and saying, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Or, do I have anything else? I have this. Knight takes, rook takes. I have this. Knight takes, rook takes. Knight goes back. Oh, that is so annoying, man. Takes, rook takes. Yeah, let's play this. I would like, under any circumstance, for him to take rook takes is probably better. And then after the knight moves, I might have rook here, piling up on this pawn eventually. But also, the bishop is the only real piece that's defending this pawn right now, which is just such an annoying piece, to be honest. My opponent and I are both aware of the power of that bishop, so let's take it off the board. It's definitely the better move here. My rook is already covering the back rank, which wouldn't even be a back rank checkmate or anything. So now I'm kind of forcing out a response over on the king side. He has to first address this checkmate threat or check threat or whatever I'm doing here. He has to first address that before we proceed with any further trades. But after he does so, I have this little option of rook to d2, which sets me up for rook to d1, which then will set him up for this, but that'll set me up for maybe just playing queen back to here and then knight to here, setting up maybe a fork. So that pawn has to come forward before I move the queen back. Okay, he's opted to do this, which is slightly infuriating because I thought he was too stupid. But there's a saying, you should always underestimate your opponent, or something like that. Thanks so much for the follow, Oxmillan. Thanks for following, Muzio. Try to go knight f6. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so this is covered, by the way, so I didn't have to worry about that. So the question now is, I was thinking I had this earlier because, you know, it just looks cool. But I don't have it now. But I do have this, which sets me up for maybe this. But that weakens my dark squares, so he will have a check, queen takes, rook takes. It's sort of a bad position for me. So prior to any of that, I'll have to get my king across to here or to here, and both of those squares look pretty bad because the queen can maybe eventually come across. So let's actually just bring the queen back first for starters. I think this is probably the best move because not only does it set up what I just said with f4, but it also sets up queen to d7. And queen d7 infiltrates the position just enough for me to make sure his knight is cemented on b4. And now this has come forward. Okay, so this sort of gives me a bit of an opportunity here to attack his queen and his rook. So let's do that because the knight is defending the rook. And before doing anything too hasty, if he brings his queen to here, which he probably will, I'll have rook here. And if rook takes is really nice. But more than likely, he's going to try and bring his queen to a position where he can defend the rook as well. Unfortunately for little bro, there is no such position. There is no such square because the king is, they're both on both on opposite color squares right now. There's no diagonal the queen can occupy wherein it controls the rook because these squares are blocked by pawns. As these would have been the only two squares for him to do so. So basically, after he moves his queen probably to here, okay, over there, I can now bring this across and sort of defend and also set up, forcing a response out of him. This is forces a response, fully forces. Because if he doesn't respond, he loses the rook over here because the queen can't defend. Okay, that's his response. This guy is just possibly him. He just might be him. Okay, now I want to bring this across with check. And so saying that your king no longer defends the rook. There's no world where the king can defend the rook. So now I'm completely winning. Because the only way to stop it is queen there, queen here, king takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. I'll be up an entire rook. Sure, I'm down 2 pawns, but I'm up a rook. Should be able to reconcile with that. Additionally, should he play something like maybe king goes back to here, I can take immediately. Okay, so now my opponent has opted to do that. Let's go here maybe, but then the rook can block, rook takes. Probably not the best move. So let's just simplify things down. I'm up on the clock. I'm up by 2 minutes. I'm about to win a rook. And after he takes, I'll be able to take here. And now, it's not over yet. Purely because he has a singular passed pawn on the he has a singular passed pawn on the d file. But I'm not going to let his king access the d file. I'm going to keep my pieces as they are. And the question is, do I even bother defending this? I probably should, to be honest. But the question is, how do I defend it? Do I give a check here? No, let's do this. So that after he goes back here, I was thinking I had knight here check, which I kind of don't. Knight here check, king here, here, knight takes, with check, king goes back. I can cover d8, or cover d7 and d1, king comes into the position. I'll have a dominant position. I thought I had knight here check, king somewhere, and then I go here, but the king could actually just go here attacking my rook. So I think the best move is still to play knight d4 check and sort of say you have to go back to here, okay? And then I'll have another check, maybe. And king can go like, okay, so if I give this check now, king will have to go to here or to here. And let's just bring this around. Let's sort of just concede that I've lost that. But my knight covers d2. My king can easily jump into the position. My pieces will be controlling everything here. And now, the next thing is, can he defend this pawn? I don't think he can. And like my real objective right now is to just defend, to get this pawn off the board. He's probably going to attack my knight here, which would be totally justifiable, totally be fair. If he goes after the knight this way, I might have a chance of something like this. I might even be able to take here immediately. Wait, I can actually take here now, because if the king takes, rook takes, there's no way these 2 pawns can promote, I don't think, in time while my king can reach the position. So actually I think I can take this off the board, but let's just give a check first anyway. No, let's not. Let's wait. Here, 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 check, here, king takes. So if we go back here, 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 no, here, 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 after here, and now it's probably this, 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 this. No, king can't go here, here. It'll be this, this. No pushing the pawn. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I think this works. Okay. Here, here. Maybe there's something better, actually. Is there a check first? Forcing the king back, king f1. Here. Okay, now is it check? Here. King here? Rook here? But the king goes back to f1. Let's just go back. Oh no, my screen just locked. Okay, now here. The pawns cover these squares really nicely, so there's like no immediate way for him to infiltrate with his king. And I don't want to push my pawn just yet. That was the problem with the position I calculated, was that if I pushed the pawn too early, I would be losing the game. So now he's trying to set up... okay, let's just push now, I think. He's going to push one of these two pawns. Okay, he pushes that one. And now I think I can just go like this. And I go here. Oh, I miscalculated. Fuck, man. So sad. I miscalculated. Oh, low on the clock as well. Dude, I should have won that fucking game. What did I miscalculate? Was it the pawn push? I said it shouldn't fuck push the pawn, and I did it anyway. Played like a 2000. He played a better game than me. He had higher accuracy. It was at this point in the game where I lost, where I pushed the pawn. Right? Here? Yeah, I pushed the pawn too early. I even said it to you guys. I shouldn't have pushed the pawn. I should have played a waiting move. Played like something like this. Okay, that's what the engine recommends. And now if he had pushed here, I had this. I just needed to get my... Okay, so here... And now I can push the pawn because the rook wasn't on the back rank. Because now no matter... I can't go here. He can give me a check. King goes here, here. And then I can start giving checks, getting him away from this whole file. And king goes back to here. And then here, everything is covered. King comes across to here. And then I have maybe like here. And then it's just a wrap. He can take that. And then here. Oh my god, dude. I should have won this game. I am so fucking retarded. Stupid. Oh, why do I do this to myself, man? Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. Install chess, never play. You suck at chess. You should drink again. You're a bot. You guys are fucking assholes. You love gay sex? Okay, good for you, little bro. Big calc, but no finish. I even said it in chat. I said it. I can't push the pawn too early because it loses the game. And when I pushed the pawn too early, I lost the game. I just thought it was ready. I thought it was in time to push the pawn. Because I didn't realize that he can get his king across into this position. I don't know this endgame. So I shouldn't have pushed here. This was like the losing move. This was literally the move that lost the game. And it's the move I said I shouldn't play. And I fucking played it. I'm so stupid, bro. You thought I had tough moves? Yeah, I was bad, bro. What chess does to a man? Yeah. This is why I should drink more and quit chess. Yeah, thanks. How long is this live stream going on? You guys are fucking assholes today. Holy shit. Stream going on for already 3 hours. You can still get 2k elo. Thank you, Ryan. You're 500 elo and you'd never make such a move. Yeah, it's always the 500 elos who say that in my chat, I know. You should have activated your king earlier, top help with defending. Yeah, I know. It's like bringing my king in here probably would have lost me the game immediately because of this. But I know what you're trying to say. You mean earlier than this, not like there. This is now winning somehow. So it's just yeah. And here, this is some. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Oh man. Go play some Call of Duty. I will. One tip you got from Gotham is to run behind past pawns, work behind past pawns. I agree. Good rule. Can I give some advice? The flaw in your calculations that you tend to not give the best resources or moves for your opponent. Maybe. You win and lose, that's life. Yup. Can you start a new game, please? I don't think I can, bro. Too many people are telling me to end the stream. I think you got a point though, like not because you guys aren't being entertained by this entertainment, because I'm not playing very good chess and it's just ruining the stream. I might come back tomorrow and stream tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna have some of my friends over tomorrow. We're gonna be playing some Call of Duty, just having fun, just chilling out. End the stream. Yeah, I know. Well played. I like your videos. God bless you. Word in the list. The rooks to the back rank usually is always better. Don't end the stream. Don't end the stream. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. All right. Well, we can play one more. It is nearly 12 o'clock at night, but yeah, go on, we'll play one more. 1 a.m. on the continent. Yeah, I know. The greatest continent on Earth, Europe. The best. Every other continent sucks, man. North America, South America, Africa, Asia, even fucking Antarctica. All of them suck compared to Europe. Europe is the greatest place on Earth. I don't know why I said that. It doesn't matter at all to you guys. I'm definitely not biased. Actually, not all of Europe is great. Only the parts where I live, actually. The parts where I'm from are the greatest. Everywhere else sucks. In fact, even outside of the town that I live isn't as great as where I live. Not biased, no bias. Okay, wait. This is fucking rapid 2000 elo. Whatever. I'm not even paying attention. Let's push this pawn. I'm sweating. Ever been to Chicago? No, I haven't actually. I have some friends in Chicago though. Black Ops tomorrow. Hell yeah, bro. Plague where? Me and you, man, will play some. I'd love to visit Chicago though. This is like the big bean, right? Like the big jelly bean or whatever that is. I just blundered this, but it's fine. Sometimes you gotta blunder a piece in life just to regain a piece in life. I don't even know what that means, man.